Hello, welcome to episode 262, number 7 in this little short mini-series about the snapshot 20... I've forgotten which snapshot it is. 24w09a, there we go, sorry. Player heads. Everyone uses player heads for their maps, so we better know how to do it. We could give the super simple version. Simple. Okay, so if you know the name of a player, you are going to give yourself a player head, and that player head is going to have a profile, and then inside the profile we will have a name, colon, apostrophes, so I'll just use my name, InfernalDevice, there we go, press the button, there is my head, job done. Nice and simple if you know the name. But more than likely, you're going to be using heads from something like Minecraft.heads or MinecraftHeads.com, a heads database. And if you have used those before, you will know that they have an ID, which is their UUID, I believe. So I've got that stored here. You'll recognize that if you've used heads before. And they will have a texture value as well, which is this incredibly long string of stuff. Now clearly you can understand why I've got these here, because I will never remember all of that to type it in. And again, if you used Minecraft heads before, you will recognize this string. So where do we put them? Let's call this one complicated. There we go. It's not really that complicated. Right, so we're going to start the same anyway. Give myself a player underline head and open up the square brackets. Again, we're going to need a profile. Profile equals open and close. Okay, name, we can put anything we like. I will put my name, and we'll see where that gets used in a minute. And then we want the ID. So after the comma, we will have ID, and that'll be open and close square brackets. ID colon, better, open and close the square brackets. I'm going to press done, and I'm going to get my ID from here. I'm going to copy that, and you'll notice that the IDs you get will sometimes have, or they will have that I semicolon in the front. You don't need that, you can get rid of that bit, and we'll just pop that in there. Okay, right, after the square bracket we are going to do a comma, and we're going to have some properties. Properties, that is going to be another list, and in there we'll have open and close. First thing, we'll have a name, and again we'll use speech marks for that one actually, and we'll call it textures. Textures will do. After the textures we're going to have a comma, then we're going to have a value, and the value will have speech marks, and that is where we placed that horrible long word. It's not a word, is it? You can't call that a word in all fairness. So we're going to go and grab that, copy, and we'll pop that into the value right between those speech marks. Done. And I have no idea what head this is going to be. I hope it's not rude. Oh no, it's just a little cup or skull cup. Okay, there we go. So it worked, and we can see if we look at it, it's called my name's head. So it's taken right at the beginning here, it's taken this bit, my name, and it's added apostrophe s head. So that's what it's using that name for, and then it's getting the information it needs from the UUID and the texture. Okay, we can do one extra thing though. If I give myself a note block, and I pop a little note block down, because the heads, let's just do a search for a head. The heads all play different sounds, don't they? So let's get a little piggy head. Now if we put a piggy head on there and play the note block, we get a little piggy noise. Okay, so it'd be nice if we can assign our own sound, just in case you want to. Since we're doing heads, we might as well put it in. So we'll go into this command, and we want to go, where do we want to be? Right at the end, I think. We want to come out of the properties. Yeah, so we're going to go in here, comma there, and now it's brought up all these other things for us to check. So it should autofill as we go. Note, there it is, note block sound, that's what we want. Note block sound equals, and I'm going to have apostrophes. Let's just pick a sound. I don't know, what about block? Just trying to think of one I can think of off the top of my head. Block.conduit.activate. That's a valid sound, isn't it? Done. Give myself the head. Now we'll put that head on the jukebox. And then we get the conduit activation sound. Cool, there we go. So you can give yourself from a player or from the head database. And if you feel like it, you can chuck a sound on. That's quite a cool sound, actually. Should use that for something. That's it for this one. See you in a moment. Bye-bye.